Hello, everyone, and welcome back for week 7 e-learning PE. So this week we are wrapping up our Tinickling in PE. And last week was quite exciting. It was interesting seeing the students do their Tinickling skills. Many of them are still working on the jumper, the step, the side to side step with the bands moving. So they're finding that their coordination and balance and teamwork and rhythm is all really important. We have seen a couple groups be successful, but this week we are definitely going to have a lot more time to practice. And I think this week, we're going to see a lot more groups experience some success. So, what you're going to be doing is I put two warm-ups for you. One warm-up is to review the Enders practice, the out, out, and in movement that you use when you are using the jump bands on your ankles. And then the other warm-up is the jumpers step practice. And then that video is the same video that you should have watched last week where he was teaching you how to step. It was the right, left, left, right, left, left. And so we are going to you do the same exact thing for our warm up. The students are going to be on their spots and we're going to review the enders practice, the out, out, and in. And then we're going to spend a lot of time on the jumper step practice because that seems to be where we saw the most students having the most difficulty. And then I added for you the Tinickling introduction. I did not include this as a link last week. I found it later in the week and shared it with the students and found this was a great short little video that gave some great information on the history of Tinickling and again how to Tinickle and see it all in action. So I want you to take a look at that video. And then your lesson activity is going to be different than ours. So we are, as I told you, we're going to be spending a lot of time just letting the students get comfortable with their steps. We're going to go back and get in our teams and we're going to work on just the basic steps of moving through that band with our side to side steps. And then once we see that the kids are getting it, then we're going to try and do what they call the caterpillar. The caterpillar is where one student in the group goes, the jumper, one student goes, jumps in, and is doing the movement. And then after they're doing it, then the second student joins in. And so the goal would be that both students are moving through the jump bands in rhythm, right? Just as a caterpillar would be moving, right? So we're going to practice doing that. And then we're going to try to do the ladder. The ladder is where we're going to take all 6 of our jump bands with their two enders, and we're going to put them side by side. And the students are going to use their side to side step movements to move through all 6 sets of jump bands. So, as I said earlier, our goal is for the students to feel some success this week with their movements, their steps, and getting through the jump bands. So we know that at home, more than likely, you don't have a jump band or things like that. So remember, I talked about using 2 pieces of string. So I gave you a different lesson activity to do. And on this activity, you are going to just be doing different things as if you had a jump band. So I'm just going to kind of fast forward here for a second and show you an example activity where you don't have the jump bands like you see in this video, but you could pretend you had jump bands, or you could take 2 pieces of string, or two pieces of ribbon or something and lay them on the ground and then go through and do the same steps that these students are doing. So in this one, he's just stepping. So whether you have a jump band or not, you can work on stepping over. Here we see them working on their footwork, which we're going to be doing a lot of in class, right? And then they're going to, then they move you on. Okay, so they're taking turns. So now you're gonna, again, you're pretending that you have those jump bands and now you're doing a totally different movement. Okay, so I want you to go through this video and do these activities that he is having them do. I want you to do those activities because without having the jump bands and a group of students to work with, it's going to be hard to do the exact same activity that we are doing here at school. But you need to have some familiarity of how to do the steps and how the jump bands work. So make sure you go through this video and pause if you need to stop and do the activities with him. When you finish that, if there is still time, if you want, you can jump over to kindergarten and second grade side. There's a couple different, this one you might want to do the Donkey Kong jump rope fitness. So if you have a jump rope, you can participate with this. Again, if you don't have a jump rope, you can pretend. There are two copies of this, a black and a white. They're both the same. It doesn't matter which one you do. But basically, it's like the game Donkey Kong. But you're going to use your jump rope or your pretend jump rope to do the different exercises as you move through. So just something a little bit different and fun that might be good for you as extra exercise if you get through all the other Tinickling stuff and you have some time left. Okay, so I hope you are experiencing some success with learning that side-to-side movement for Tinickling. The students pretty much have the ender steps, the out, out, in, but it's once we put everything together, the band's moving and them trying to take their steps through there and not get caught by the band was a little bit of a challenge last week. So we're doing just a lot of review this week and then the extra new stuff that I just spoke to you about. So practice the best you can with the Tinickling stuff. And if time allows, maybe do some jump rope stuff over here in the kindergarten, second grade area. But just keep yourself active for our time together. All right, well, I look forward to seeing you next week with our new unit of instruction. Have fun and see you later.